Hey everyone, welcome to our inaugural Beam Live A Benefits Revolution. I'm your host, Alex Frohmeyer, founder and CEO of Beam Benefits. Welcome. Everyone calls me Fro, so please feel free. We're going to have an amazing hour together. It's going to go by incredibly quickly. We have a lot to talk about over the course of the next hour. Our goal today is very simple. We want to highlight for all of our broker partners who are joining us in person, our broker advisory board. Give yourselves a hand. As well as brokers joining us from all over the country, we want to share with you the latest and greatest of Beam's innovation. This comes in many different forms. We're going to make our way around our entire product experience today. We're going to talk about all of the things that we're driving forward to help make our benefits revolution real and tactical. And in particular, we're going to be welcoming some of our Beam team and some of our brokers from our broker advisory board to a panel discussion in just a little bit that I'm particularly excited about. Without further ado, let's get started. Employee benefits have never mattered more than they do right now. Consider any small or medium-sized business around the country. They have arguably never been more challenged than they have been since COVID. Over the course of the past 3 years, businesses have, in no particular order and a very incomplete list, have been challenged by remote work and hybrid work, coming back to the office, vaccine mandates, politics in the workplace, diversity and inclusion efforts, growing their business, finding talent in a tight labor market, the great resignation, the list goes on and on and on. What we have found at Beam is that we have a role to play in the employee benefits equation, and that equation has never mattered more to the small businesses that are increasingly depending on us and depending on their brokers to help them with one of the key elements of what building a successful small business looks like, the attraction and retention of talent, and helping all of your employees be incredibly productive at the same time. At Beam, we have started a benefits revolution, but we're just getting started. We're going to show you all of the ways that we're making this true and making it possible at Beam every day. A year ago, last summer, we came up as Beam and reinvented ourselves in both identity and in purpose as a business. Up until summer of 2022, we were known as Beam Dental. We were a dental-focused insurance technology business, growing quickly with a hugely differentiated product. But then something changed. Last summer, Beam said that our ambition actually exceeds even what we had set for ourselves and aspired to be up until that point, and we reemerged as Beam Benefits, a comprehensive ancillary benefits business that, in a nationwide basis, seeks to put together a comprehensive and unique approach to ancillary benefits, including dental insurance, but including many other products. Some of the latest and greatest innovation in that space we'll be highlighting today. We're breaking new ground as a business in a couple of key ways. First, we've widened our product portfolio. We're going to talk more about some specifics, and we've got a nice announcement inside of that today to accommodate more of the needs of today's small businesses. Our digital quoting tool is delivering custom quotes for our brokers, whether you're doing that through your Beam sales rep or directly in a self-serve way, and you can do that in just a matter of seconds today. We're implementing new customers and new clients we're winning onto our platform in as little as one business day. And we're now available in 44 states around the country, serving hundreds of thousands of members and doing so in a way that's allowed our company to grow 600% in the past 4 years alone. Let's do a round of applause for that. Before I hand off to our next and first presenter today, we're also thinking deeply about innovation in distribution. Early on at Beam, when we first launched, we made an early and heavy bet on digital distribution, believing that the future of benefits was going to be very much about our ability to not only bring digital solutions ourselves as a business, but also invest in other digital innovation happening around the distribution ecosystem. Some of the partners you can see on the screen right now that will allow us to, as an industry, advance forward in a more automated, more scalable, and a more thoughtful way. It's all about the customer, and you'll hear many different ways over the next hour how we're delighting our customers, whether we're doing it with our own homegrown solutions or doing it through elegant partnerships. For Beam, it's not just about distribution leadership, it's also about product leadership. And here to tell us more about that is Beam's Vice President of Insurance Product, Nick Planeta.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here at our inaugural Beam Live event. As Fro mentioned, my name is Nick Planeta. I'm the head of our insurance product department here at Beam. And today, I'm going to share our point of view on the rapidly evolving employee benefits market and specifically talk about the need for product evolution. But before we dive in, I just want to take 2 minutes and tell a very quick personal story. So believe it or not, that's me on the screen back in 2009 at my college graduation. There's my sister and my mother, my now wife, my father, my grandmother. And the thing that still shocks me to this day about this photo is that my dad is standing up there with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And we had no idea at the time. And unfortunately, 4 months after this photo was taken, he actually passed away. And that was a really difficult time for me and my family, obviously. And it was through that experience that I got my introduction and learned a lot about employee benefits. And the first thing that I learned is the work that we all do collectively in this industry is profoundly impactful on people's lives. And my father had a term life insurance policy through his employer. And quite frankly, that policy was life-saving for us. It was a moment where we were dealing with a lot of stress, both emotionally and logistically. And that term life insurance policy was our financial backstop. My folks didn't have any retirement savings to rely upon. And so that bought us the time we needed to sort through all that without the additional burden of that financial loss of income. And so I genuinely don't know what we would have done without that benefit, without that policy, and that's very much what motivates us today. But the other thing I learned is the other side of the coin, and that is that our industry has structural and fundamental issues that have not yet been addressed. So 2 months after this photo was taken, I was in the hospital with my father, and he had a stroke. We watched him have a stroke. And he lost a significant amount of his mental capacity at that time. And we got home from the hospital, what was waiting there for us but a long-term disability claim form. And my father didn't have the mental capacity to really sort through that. And quite frankly, that form was archaic, it was redundant, it was very confusing. And we spent the next 2 days on the phone with his employer, the medical providers, the broker, and trying to navigate that was a total nightmare. And so, quite frankly, in that fragile moment, my family deserved better. And that's the premise that we have here at Beam Benefits as we're investing in our product portfolio. Every single person here and every single person on the call has received that escalated phone call from somebody just like my mother in 2009. And how many times have you also received a call on a life insurance claim that was denied because there was some gotcha provision in page 47 of the insurance certificate? Or because the plan administrator is trying to navigate how to use the clunky carrier billing system that was built on Windows 95. Or because the Shutter EDI file feed that was working last month for some reason isn't working this month. The reality is in our industry that happens all of the time. You, your clients, and their employees deserve better. And that's exactly our premise. That's exactly why we as Beam have broadened our horizons, as Fro alluded to, and we are investing in and evolving our insurance product portfolio. We are on a mission to build the premier one-stop portfolio solution for ancillary benefits. And that journey started years ago with our dental product, where we had the novel thought that good habits and employee wellness should be rewarded. Now, since that time, over the past 18 months, we've been investing in our product portfolio. We've since added a vision product with a market-leading partner in VSP. We've added a life insurance product and supplemental health products that are simple for your clients and their members to understand, and all of which importantly integrates seamlessly with our best-in-class technology stack. We've got market-leading features like 100% digital and 100% instant decision on evidence of insurability. But the reality is we know that employers, and especially the small and mid-sized employers that Fro referred to, are really looking to consolidate all of their ancillary benefits with one carrier to simplify the administration. And we have a gap in our portfolio today, and that's the disability market. And so that's why I am so incredibly excited to announce that we are launching a new and improved disability offering in Q3 of this year with a world-class partner. So can I get a drum roll? Very good. We at Beam are and the crowd goes wild. I love it. I love it. Absolutely thrilled to announce that we at Beam have entered a strategic partnership with the largest fully insured disability carrier in the nation in the Hartford. And so we're going to be launching, again, Q3 of this year, both short-term and long-term disability products. Now, we strongly know and believe that pairing the Hartford's market-leading product underwriting and claims expertise alongside Beam's best-in-class user experience and technology is going to create a unique disability offering that represents a meaningful step forward in our vision to modernize employee benefits. So you can expect more specifics soon as we get closer to the launch date, but know that the product will have meaningful flexibility on things like plan amount maximums and definitions of disability, those kind of things. But it will also be fully integrated with Beam's technology stack, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, including our digital quoting platform, implementation tools, billing, as well as integrations with the ecosystem with Ben Admin partners. So before we conclude here today, I want to first thank both Beam and the Hartford's project team for bringing this vision together. It's been a massive effort. Really appreciate that. And as you can tell, I'm very excited about this partnership, but there's one person in this room who's more excited than me, and that's our SVP of Sales, Tim Jander. So please welcome Tim up here.
You want to ask me why I'm excited?
So Tim, months ago when I came to you and I said, hey, it looks like the Hartford might be our disability partner, I saw your eyes light up. You were really excited. So do you mind just sharing with the group, why were you so excited about the Hartford as a potential disability?
I was excited because we're going to be partnering with an industry-leading disability carrier that actually can protect an employee's most valuable asset, which is their income.
Absolutely. And then, the other thing is we've really taken a big step forward with our insurance product portfolio, broadening it to all ancillary lines, kind of core ancillary lines. And we understand that that's going to solve some new broker challenges that we haven't been able to fully solve in the past. Do you mind just commenting on how you think
absolutely. About that? So in the past, we haven't been able to solve for the consolidated billing, consolidated administration, and the technological problems that brokers have had with multiple carriers. This is going to allow us to be a one-stop shop delivering best-in-class solutions for our customers. So we're super excited. And speaking of solving challenges today, we've got an expert panel of brokers here joining us that I'm going to transition to and talk about the challenges brokers face today. Thanks, Nick. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled program. My name is Tim Jander. Nick did a great intro. I'm the SVP of Sales here at Beam. I'm joined today by a panel of industry experts that are here today to talk about the biggest challenges that employee benefits brokers are facing. So joining me in order is Angie Dowdy from Dowdy Insurance, Sandra, I'm gonna mess up this up, but Gresham, right?
Yes.
Is the last name, from Dehan Enterprises. Thank you for joining us, Sandra.
Yes.
Our very own Haley Major of Beam Benefits, and Lyle Steven with Treeline Insurance. So to get started, Angela, let's start with you. Let's talk about what you think is the biggest challenge facing employee benefits brokers today.
Cost and keeping those costs down for our clients. We've really had to get creative when it comes to building the benefit packages for our clients. And seeing clients move from a gold package down to a silver with their medical, and even having to supplement that with a secondary insurance. And then of course worksite benefits and ancillary products, as you've seen Beam do well as in, and that's the hospital indemnity and other indemnity products that we're seeing is a need. The deductibles are going up, the co-insurances are going up, along with the premium cost.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about what you're doing to help solve that cost challenge specifically to the employer? I know you talked about some specific products that you can actually insert to help control costs, both for the employer and the employee. But I think you have a specific strategy, right, that you're using?
Yes, we actually are, just like I mentioned before, moving people from a higher level of major medical coverage to maybe from a gold or platinum plan to a silver, which of course we have that gap is what they call it now, and in the deductible and the co-insurances of course go up with that, but you can then put in place a secondary insurance or gap insurance along with the other products like an accident or hospital to help fill those voids in that coverage, and that works very good.
That's awesome.
And lowering the cost for the employees as well as the employers.
Yeah, it's great to see not only you find the challenge, because I think everybody would agree, all the panelists would agree, that cost is probably one of the biggest concerns in healthcare today, but finding like the innovative solve to bring a solution to your clients and to their employees is awesome. So, Sandra Moody Gresham, I missed the middle one last time, but I got it on the second one.
Thank you.
So I want to give you an opportunity to tell us what you think your biggest challenge you're facing today is.
Well, I think what we're seeing as agency owners, and many agency owners are small business people, so we're experiencing some of those same challenges that our customers are, but it's finding great talent, to find diverse talent and to find more youthful talent. There's data that says the average age of an agency owner is 58. So if you think about the next decade and the next 15 years, you're going to see a lot of transition, a lot of retirement. But what are we doing to attract younger, talented professionals, minority talented professionals into this industry? So I think the carriers and us as agency owners got to do a little better job of branding this sexy industry, right? Every career opportunity is in insurance, right? From legal to food services, almost, and certainly IT. So whatever you want to do is in this industry. What we're finding with minority communities is exposure to insurance. Often it's just the salesperson, which many of us are, but there, as I said, so many other opportunities, and how do you connect those opportunities with minority communities who don't often see those opportunities. So one of the things we've done is we've taken insurance companies who had the resources to historically black colleges and universities. So right near Columbus, where we live, Central State University, we've taken a carrier down there and really to introduce them to the campus to provide scholarships, internships, and career opportunities. And we didn't want just drop a check. We wanted to create relationships, some branding, be with that institution over time so students start to recognize who they were. And then similarly, from the student standpoint, just introduce them to those careers, introduce them to C-suite minority executives who kind of look like them, who has similar backgrounds and upbringing that they could kind of connect to. And then I think as agency owners, we got to offer those internships as well, right? We're small business owners, begin to acclimate those students who don't often see these opportunities into our shops, so they begin to have some knowledge about these opportunities and some experience behind them, that positions them for greater success.
That's great. It's great that you're doing that local in the community too, and keeping it in Columbus. So have you had any of these younger, talented people join your organization yet?
I have. Pre-COVID, we used to have an intern every year. So it's been a little struggle since COVID, but we have had one that came employed with us and worked maybe about 4 or 5 years she stayed with us and then went on to bigger things.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for the work that you're doing, because it is a sexy industry. Those of us in the studio audience and those tuned in know.
That's right.
Very sexy audience out here for those who can't see that. So we'll move to Haley. So Haley, you work with brokers every day. You see the challenges that brokers face probably more than most. So tell me what you think that brokers are struggling with the most today.
Yeah. So last week I had the opportunity to join a couple of my fellow Beamers at the annual SHRM conference in Las Vegas. And so just sitting in the expo center and looking around, just taking in the huge number of benefit options that are available was kind of overwhelming. So I can't imagine sitting in y'all's shoes. Not only do our broker partners have to be experts and know what's new and hot in, medical benefits and ancillary benefits, but also really have a pulse on what's going to make a really well-rounded total benefit package for all of the kind of wide array of employees that, are employed by my clients. So, and then in today's environment, we have the most generationally diverse workforce that we've ever seen. So on one hand, you've got employees who are nearing retirement and are looking for things like financial services and retirement planning services. But then you have this kind of emerging section of the workforce that's looking for things like college debt repayment programs, and they're starting families. So they're looking for things like fertility benefits and adoption assistance programs. So if that's not enough, then you also have this emerging need and desire for wellness programs. And many carriers like Beam have embedded wellness programs in their benefit, in their suite of benefits, but then you also have all of these standalone vendors and standalone products that are also available on the market. So I think it just kind of all boils down to decision fatigue. And I don't know that I have a great answer for how to solve it, but I'm sure you guys do. It's what you live and breathe every day.
Beam's how you solve it.
Check
Sounds like a
your
great
checks in the
answer.
mail.
Did you see the new disability product? It's pretty sweet, guys.
I'm just glad to know that we're, Lyle, you and I are on that lower end of the age on the
Oh, yeah.
insurance
Oh, yeah.
agencies.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice that?
I have noticed that quite a bit in my young insurance career. So, Tim, one of the big issues that I've been seeing a lot is the integration use. So like the gals mentioned, most of the senior agents are on that back nine playing golf, waiting for retirement. And us young, hungry kids are coming in there showing people how technology works, whether it's through Employee Navigator, whether it's through Ease, Rippling, or any of the other online enrollment platforms. What was so beautiful that came out of COVID is a lot of these archaic systems that our more senior agents have used in the past are starting to go away. Nick shared a very great story, and if you're trying to find Bill's enrollment form in the back of a file cabinet and you don't know where that is, you can quickly pull it up on Employee Navigator. If there is a paper copy for whatever industry they had to fill out in the field or something like that, they can save that into the system so it's all in one place and it's accessible from your phone, email, computer, wherever you need to be for this. So it's streamlined many processes for the up and coming generations to make benefits sexy again and be a benefit for everyone that enrolls in them. Now, if you have dental and you have a killer toothbrush in yellow, pink, or blue, then likely you're seeing the benefit of that across the board. When we're truly breaking it down, then the issues that I see the most is it's just underserved clients not understanding how the benefits work, how it's utilized correctly, and it's not having a good updated process to it where it's many forms with many redundant information, and doesn't matter which carrier it is, it's known across the board in a lot of these more legacy carriers that we're going up against.
That's great. And has technology helped solve some of those problems, or has it created new problems for you?
New technology will always create new problems, but the thing is there's going to be new and more streamlined processes to help speed that along. So one of the beautiful things about Employee Navigator that I utilize at my agency is if we enroll them into Beam, they're immediately going to be uploaded in the system and they're going to have Beam reaching out directly, asking them to register and then select the color toothbrush that they want that they're going to get mailed to the door. So it saves time on the processing for my account managers, support staff, anyone to have to go through one by one and fill out their information and then go to another portal and plug it all in. When they can plug it in once, it all fills in itself, and they can pull a report in a matter of seconds, regardless of what open enrollment portal you have, and they can send that list biller deductions to that client, and they can save everyone man hours. And it's an easy audit on the client's part just to go through and double check.
Yeah, that's great. So all of our panelists are certainly facing big challenges in employee benefits today. We've got costs, we've got the range of selection of benefits, we've got bringing in young, youthful, diverse talent into the industry. We've got technology integrations. At Beam, we're very focused on also solving some of these challenges that the brokers face and our clients face today. And we're doing it really with digital solutions to make things easier, to make things work, to make systems talk to each other. So I'm going to close down our panel and turn it back over to Fro, invite Fro back up to talk about what Beam is doing to help solve some of the challenges for our brokers and customers.
Thanks to our wonderful panel, Tim Jander and Haley from Beam, Lyle, Sandra, and Angie from our Broker Advisory Board. And this really gets us to the next segment of our program today. Already two things I'm incredibly excited about: our forthcoming disability product launch with the Hartford, which we are so pumped to be able to introduce, begin talking about. We've been kind of holding this close to the vest for quite a while. And the Broker Advisory Board, and really its power in helping us craft and accentuate our digital-led experiences as a business. This process for us started about 2 years ago. We constructed our Broker Advisory Board, and we convened together about quarterly to talk through sessions spanning literally the entire business. We're spending time together talking through products, ideas, throwing things against the wall. We're at the whiteboard. We're talking to and thinking about our customers all the time. And at Beam, we spend a lot of time listening to our brokers, both our Broker Advisory Board in particular, as trusted, close partners that really understand the Beam business and where we're headed from a vision and mission perspective, but also brokers in general. We're constantly soliciting feedback, listening through qualitative and quantitative mechanisms. We want to spend our time building a robust set of products that adhere to the needs of our clients and customers and the brokers representing them. And we want to spend time accentuating the key moments of the customer journey that really resonate for the brokers that are just trying to do their work and do it well on behalf of their clients, and our clients, as we mentioned before, that are challenged by a wide menu of things and really just want to get back to doing whatever it is that their business does. We are filling out our core product set today with a series of experiences. This Beam experience in aggregate is actually a combination of things. It's a combination of products. It's a combination of services. And I think it's really easy to focus on dental, vision, life, disability, sup-health, the actual products that we're selling. But we're surrounding these experiences with a combination of services, capabilities, and humans that are helping actually make it happen in the business. Here's one example, our digital quoting tool. This allows you to get a quote in a self-serve manner, a custom quote, in 5 to 7 seconds. There's nothing like that in the industry today. Our group application process simplifies the signing process across all of our products. We'll touch more on that in just a second. Our enrollment process is built in a digitally led way to maximize participation for all of the members of a given plan. And all of this is supported by our talented teams across sales, account management, and our operational teams as well. These elements are the building blocks of the services that we've crafted. And just in the past year, as we've made investments across all of these products and all of these experiences, you can see how it's resonating with our customers. When we go out to the market and ask how we're doing, we are hearing that not only is Beam doing better than we've ever done before relative to our previous experiences that we had, but also relative to the industry that we're in. This makes us incredibly proud, but we're not satisfied, and we're going to talk about multiple different places where we seek to go even further in terms of creating efficiency, automation, scalability, new products, and continued innovation across the entire product stack. Here's a quick peek at what we're building next.
From the company that's revolutionizing employee benefits, we're setting a new standard for the broker experience. Coming soon is the reimagined broker portal from Beam Benefits. With intuitive navigation and data-driven insights, the broker portal makes it shockingly simple to do business with Beam. And with 24/7 access, our new dashboard lets you manage clients more efficiently all in one place. New look, fresh features. We give brokers more tools and easier ways to grow business. Get a quote in seconds. Choose from a robust product portfolio to build smarter benefits plans. Submit and instantly get custom rates to compare and share with clients. It has never been easier to quote, win, and manage business. Get ready for the reimagined broker portal from Beam Benefits.
How about a round of applause for our wonderful team put this together? We obviously don't get to do events like this every day, but it really brings it home for us. The design teams, our product and tech org, our marketing teams have put together this experience to highlight just a small flavor of what we're doing inside just one part of our experience as a business, our broker portal. But this is, of course, the tail end or the output of an incredible amount of effort across our broker partners who we're getting this feedback from, our sales teams who are bringing these insights. They're going way beyond the deal we're working on today to generate our ability to bring these features to life. And then, of course, our technology teams that are actually creating these experiences and making them really resonate with our customers. So we're incredibly excited to show off where we're at today, but also where we're headed as a business in the future. Let's start with one new piece of this experience or another piece of this experience. It's our digital quoting tool. You want to be able, as a broker, to create an accurate quote and ideally a custom quote and do those things with speed and efficiency and efficacy at the same time. It'll now be easier than ever for you to add a group census to get a custom underwritten form inside this new broker portal. We want to make the census-based underwriting process so easy that it's a clear alternative to grabbing a shelf rate from another carrier. The same speed, but massive improvements to accuracy and price leverage over time. We're also revamping the layout of our broker portal. This is really aimed at creating not just a really fresh and modern UI that makes it easy to navigate, train new staff members on, but we also want to allow it to be incredibly easy for who's ever doing a workflow to select the right products for Beam at the right time and get them seamlessly from quote to bind to install to enroll and then into the actual administration tasks. You'll also have more flexibility at your fingertips than ever before to tweak plans to get them just right. We want to make deal making incredibly easy as a business. After you win a deal with Beam, a new case needs to be installed. This starts us into the implementation workflow. We know that speed matters here, but also quality. There's a garbage in, garbage out problem in our industry. Data matters a ton, and the quality of it is incredibly important. So when we bring an implementation process and workflow to a broker partner, we want you to know, and we want to be able to know that the right data is getting into the system. The setup process goes quickly and efficiently, but then quickly gets you back to your work, which is working on your next client and prospecting for new ones. It allows us to administer that client with confidence, so we can fulfill the representations we're making about spectacular service post-sale. I'm excited to announce a new product that's helping us with our implementation flow. This is our Universal Group App. The Universal Group App allows you to sign all products with Beam through the group application process to do it all at once at the same time. And no matter which products you choose to install, you're going to have one unified digital experience from soup to nuts. In many ways, we want that entire deal-making process to feel not like discrete apps along the way, but to feel like one seamless experience the entire time. And best of all, of course, everything we do is 100% digital. This means the collection of signatures as well. We also want you to be able to keep track of your entire book of business. What you see on the screen here is a new element of our aggregate broker experience. This is the broker portal. Our broker dashboard built on top of our broker portal is really the launch point into the entire broker experience in the future. As this rolls out, we're creating effectively a new homepage for all of our brokers. This can launch you into your entire task list. This is your new home base for visualizing your book of business. This will create a new way for you to get into the tasks that you need to complete. This might be kicking off a new group implementation, finishing one up that hasn't gone live yet, or it might be starting a new quote on a new customer with Beam. We've talked about a bunch in a very short period of time, but there's actually a ton more that we haven't even highlighted yet today. The products that we're talking about today are actually just a small portion of what we're working on as a team. Our investments in implementations, in quoting, in the new broker dashboard are just a small flavor of what you can expect over the next 6, 12, 18 months with our business. So we aim to keep updating you all on the latest innovations as they come forward and are ready to be introduced formally. We're thrilled about what this means for the future of Beam, our tech stack, and everything that we do to invest in the broker digital experience in particular. Now, we have one final section to talk about that I'm particularly excited about, not just because today's audience is comprised of many of our key broker partners from all over the country, but because we both have, at the end of the day, a common customer. And that common customer is the actual end user of all of these products that we're talking about. Nick highlighted earlier when he was on stage a really compelling story that highlights the impact of benefits and the family impact and the personal impact of what we do every day. And it's very easy to get focused on the next deal, the next client, our growth ambitions as businesses, and all that's important too. But we know that the employee experience matters just as much, if not more, than anything that we care about. And the reason why, it is the reason why we invest as a business so much in a phenomenal member experience, because we know that our brokers, our clients, and we ourselves are only as good as our ability to delight all of our members, no matter if they're brand new to Beam or if they've been with us for years and years. What we've noticed is that employee expectations are changing, and they're changing really quickly. Haley mentioned on the panel just earlier that all of the new benefits that are available are a complex array of emerging employee benefits experiences, some of which aren't even available to small businesses today. Ancillary benefits themselves have gained a ton of momentum as employers have shifted spend that used to go to offices and office-based amenities into experiences that live with and stay with the employees themselves. This is here to stay. As long as hybrid and remote work are a part of the work backdrop to the American economy, we should expect that small and medium-sized businesses need ancillary benefits to help them from a productivity perspective, and for their employers from an attraction and retention of talent perspective. So let's talk about how we're embedding some new experiences into the employee-led points of contact. We're going to walk through, in particular, our Beam mobile app, and then we have a new product to unveil as we wrap up our time together today that we've been working on for the past 4 years. So I'm incredibly excited to finish our time together on that. But first up is wellness. When we first started Beam, back when the company was fully focused on building the first digital experience for dental insurance, we wanted to take a different approach. We could have tooled the company back then purely based on our interest in partnering with brokers and having really great distribution and a product that was just good enough. check the box, have the 180/50 plan, the right plan design options, and that would have worked. But we wanted to do something different and to create a huge differentiator for the business from day one. So what we did instead is we built one of our core tenets as a business around wellness and preventative care. This shows up still today most acutely through the Beam brush, the first and only connected electric toothbrush tied to an insurance policy that allows our members that have a Beam dental benefit to also be able to actually get credit for their preventative care. Every day when you're exercising good dental hygiene habits, you should be getting credit for that, and who better to give you that credit than a business that's business model is aligned with the incentives of great preventative care in the market. Our wellness commitment goes way deeper these days, though, than where we started with the brush. Today, the Beam mobile experience is built with dozens of features that are helping us accentuate healthy habits in the market and allow you to navigate seamlessly as a member the experience for how your insurance product interacts with your day-to-day dental hygiene and other prevention habits. First up, our app store, where you can get the mobile experience on either Android or an iPhone, gives you instant access to a digital ID card. This allows you to not need to carry the physical card with you and rummaging around in your purse or wallet to find it. It gives you the ability to submit claims and view plan information. You can see everything as granular as a pre-treatment estimate done all inside a mobile experience, which is incredibly unique, and you get real-time updates on claim status as you go. We also have an incredibly important feature, which is finding a dentist in our network. Find a dentist tools are notoriously difficult to navigate for members. They just return a big database full of alphabetically organized dentists. That's not helpful to anybody. Beam has brought an incredibly intuitive way to search for and find dentists who are close by, in the network, and extremely high quality providers. And we have also a unique approach to our network and how we connect our members to it, which now is in the quantum of over 100,000 dentists in all 50 states around the US. The app syncs, of course, with the Beam toothbrush. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that in just a second. Members using the toothbrush are customizing their brush settings and then tracking their brushing habits for both themselves and their families as they go. We're also adding new capabilities to the mobile app, so you can look for some of this stuff coming soon. This is a great example of it. This is a cost estimator tool. One of the most difficult parts when we're talking to our members and soliciting feedback from them is, okay, I can find a dentist in the network, great, but I'm going to show up to the dentist. I'm already maybe a little bit nervous about the work I might need done, and now I have economic anxiety on top of that. Why? Because I have no idea what this is going to cost. So the cost estimator tool coming soon to our mobile experience will help on certain procedures like checkups, fillings, even crowns, will help our members not just select a dentist, but find a dentist and a price that they are likely to need to pay if one of those procedures comes up. This is incredibly relevant to help our patients and members cleanly navigate their care experience, and the notorious fracture between the insurance carrier and the provider can be solved by better data, more transparency, and price transparency we think is a particularly important element to that. The Beam brush is coming soon with a really key update, because it's not just about brushing behavior that we're thinking through for the future of our mobile experience. Remember that the purpose of our wellness investment is really around incentivizing prevention. So let's spend just a couple minutes on how we're accentuating our healthy habits inside the Beam product. Our members are connecting through the Beam shop, connecting to incentives and rewards that are downstream of your daily dental hygiene habits. How this works at a high level for all of our members is as you get a Beam brush, which can happen as soon as when you're enrolling in your Beam experience with your Beam insurance plan, that brush comes to you within a couple weeks. You'll download the app, connect the Beam brush to your Beam mobile experience, and this allows data for the first time to flow between the two. As you brush your teeth every day, that simple act that we're all doing anyway and not getting credit for today, that allows our members to accrue points in our mobile experience. The more you brush, the more points you accrue in the mobile experience, which allows you to go into the Beam shop and redeem those points for prizes and rewards. Everything from gift cards to leading national retailers like Amazon and Starbucks to other products that promote good oral health. Think refill heads for your brush itself, toothpaste, even whitening kits. We're providing more and more products in this experience over time, and we're doing so because we know our members are looking for a more fundamental connection between the simple daily healthful activity you take every day in brushing your teeth, and then their ability to get credit for it in the form of downloadable rewards and some of the key incentives that come with it. In our industry, as we wrap up for today, complacency is not an option. And as I mentioned earlier, our investment in wellness started when we started our Beam insurance plan. So if you go back to 2016 when we were building the first digitally native dental insurance product, we thought a very key element to that was the Beam brush. It was a physical representation of all of the innovation that we knew we were going to bring across many of the topic areas we've talked about today. Quoting, case installation, our widening array of ancillary benefits products. But we didn't want to stop with the Beam brush, call it quits, and say that this was the only iteration of this experience that we thought was relevant for our members. We knew there was another gear in our team and another gear in our aspiration and ambition as a business. So over the past 4 years, we've had a team working on what the next generation of our Beam brush hardware would look like. And we're excited today, as our second drum roll moment, to show you a brand and a new product that we've been crafting for these past 4 years that we're introducing today. This is the all-new Beam Brush Pro. Our live studio audience can barely see this. Our Beam Brush Pro is our third generation hardware. We're incredibly excited to unveil it officially. This product is already in the hands of many of our members and maybe even inside some of the members of the groups that you as brokers are already working with. This product has been a labor of love for the past 4 years and is truly a next generation brush experience from our current Beam brush, which will still be available to all of our members, of course, because the Beam Brush Pro has a number of incredible new enhancements beyond what our second generation Beam brush had. Some of these include how it's connected. This is an incredibly important piece of the puzzle. This is a Wi-Fi enabled brush. Our current brush is a Bluetooth connected brush. Wi-Fi allows for more consistent and more scalable auto syncing of events, so it gives faster and more consistent feedback to all of our members. This brush, from a fit and finish perspective, is the highest quality on the market today. This sits next to Sonicare's, Oral-B's, and other high-end electric toothbrushes. It feels great, it's ergonomic, it's an incredibly high-quality brushing experience. There's a variety of different cleaning modes and brush settings. You can even customize the light on the inside of the light ring for this brush. It is an incredible brushing experience. It comes with a recharge base, over 2 weeks, well over 2 weeks of battery life. It's easy to charge. It presents well on your sink top. This thing is really a top-of-the-line experience. It's why we spent 4 years putting it together for all of our members. Some of the basics still apply, just like our current Beam brush. There's a 2-minute timer, quadrant buzzing, a really high-quality, soft bristle experience, a unique gum health setting as well, and of course, key connectivity to the Beam mobile app. When you brush with this Beam Brush Pro, you're getting points to be redeemed in the Beam shop, just like you are with our current Beam brush today. The refill heads that come through the Beam shop are also customized for this brush. The Beam Brush Pro has its own line of refill heads as well. And the current Beam brush, of course, will still be available for all of our members. So you'll have a choice, essentially, inside the Beam experience if you want the existing Beam brush or the new third generation experience. We encourage everybody who's interested in learning more to go to beambenefits.com/beambrushpro, and you can learn more, even order one if you're interested, to get the experience firsthand. Thanks to our brokers, in particular our live audience, our broker advisory board. Give yourselves a hand one more time before we go. And I would like to thank all of our brokers joining virtually as well. This is truly a benefits revolution, and Beam is just getting started. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all soon. Appreciate it.